What's going on? You are tuning into Kick 'em Pick'em Gambling Show, brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. With me, Chicago'd out. Wait, hold on. Is that an original?
Original 6 hoodie, but it's got the Hawks logo on it too.
Yeah, all right. We got Mr. BurrOaks. What'd it do?
Oh, not too much, man. I mean, obviously pissed off at Byron, but we had a really good morning/afternoon. With Nick, we crushed it on UCL today. Yeah, and Madrid looks fucking awesome. Even called that score right, 5-1.
True. Yeah, it's always easier when Madrid beats the absolute piss out of somebody, and then we have to come on. It's like, oh, look, nobody's gonna ask us anything stupid. Here we go again.
Yeah. Oh man, it was a really interesting, like, what was it, 72 hours where Madrid Zone had that article about, Don Carlo's gonna quit at the end of the season. Like, oh, you mean the same people who wrote about how he needs to be outed in Benz's last season are putting out the same article but rehashed?
Yeah, I love when they say, whenever anyone tries to get a manager out, first thing you gotta ask every single time is, okay, who comes in then? And the name I saw was Solari, and I was like, we've literally done all this. It didn't last the fucking year. We have legitimately done all of this. All right, also joining us, always got an open seat, we have Mr. Nick Diani. Nick, what'd it do?
What's up, boy? Congrats on a big day today for Madrid, but also for us winning a lot of money.
Facts.
I'm sorry, is that a baseball shirt that you have on?
Oh yeah, Miami Marlins.
Oh, did you not know that we were doing the original 6 hockey classic?
You guys should have told me.
Well, yeah, now you look silly over here.
Shout out my mom for the sick Christmas present, by the way.
All right, good time of the show though. Let's everybody just get something off of your chest. I went 9-6 and had a lot of heartbreaking parlays, so there's always that makes it a little bit easier. Get this out of the way really quick. First one is Barca's president and Spanish refs. I'm just tired, guys. I'm tired. We got the Barcelona president going, I don't know how we didn't get a penalty after they absolutely not only robbed Getafe, I don't know if you saw how they scored where Koundé literally tackled their goalkeeper and then kicked it in, or maybe the UCL match where they got people taking Benfica players out in the box. But the Barcelona president, board, everyone over there just still has the audacity to say, I can't believe we didn't get this call. Well, if we were in this jersey, we would have got it. As if they literally aren't in a court case, as if they've never been gifted any calls from the refs. It's old, it's stale. I will be so shocked if Laporta gets another however many years they want to give him in terms. And the fact that the Spanish Referee Federation just continues to do the same shit as if nobody noticed. I know Madrid's in an uproar about how they used the wrong frame again in VAR, which is like, didn't we kind of know they were doing that? Are we really going to act mad now? Speaking of the devil, we got Bird in here. Bird, what's up? I'm talking shit on your president. But yeah, I feel like we could put that every single week, though, if we just put Spanish refs. It doesn't even have to be in our league, just Spanish, how they represent themselves.
Refs in general.
Just refs, yeah.
Yeah, just Spanish refs in general. Yeah, Bird said joined at the right time. Yep, perfect, Bird. I put also on here anyone who ruins my parlay. Modric, dog. Now, it's hard to get mad at Modric because he's made
that dime was nasty.
A lot of money. But, dog, you can't hit a rectangle one. You know how many set pieces this guy could just be like, guys, I'm captain. I got this shit. Nobody's saying shit to Modric. I did see him call for it a couple times where, now, I don't know if this is a Spanish right back thing, but Asensio started getting a little hype, cutting forward when he got that right back spot, just kind of blindly serving in crosses, even though there's nobody over 5'10" in our attack. Modric was calling for it. That was the moment when I was like, oh, yeah. We're beat. Modric doesn't respect the coin anymore. This is a sad day. This is just a sad day. Nick did a terrible job guessing my wrong picks today also.
Hey, Savinho, credit to him, bro. Dude got a shot in like the first fucking minute of the game. I mean,
and then he got subbed off at halftime, and I was like, well, I don't care. He got my shot. So
yeah,
same with KDB. I was like, Thought he was going to be dead to me too.
What a dumpster fire that team is. I'll save it because I'm sure we're getting into it. But
Ooh.
Mine's actually just all Spain, so I'm gonna let you guys get into it after I finish my Spain. My next one's
I got one for Spain. Wait, I got one for Spain.
Oh, you got Spain shit? All right, bet.
Fuck Real Sociedad and not being able to score a single solitary fucking goal against the last place team in the league.
All right, well,
I got trapped.
Let's just keep it on that energy right now because I have Valencia on mine because they also don't just – now this is the one inclusive thing they have where they're racist to not only black people but also Asian people. So good job, Valencia, just proving everybody right about you. Just good job. Wow.
Yeah, fuck them. Sociedad, listen, I knew they have fallen off, but I didn't get trapped into taking their money line because it was right there for the taking for everybody to fall into the trap. But I did have them to score a single goal in pretty lucrative parlay. And of course, that's the leg that did not come in, could not score a single fucking goal. So I hate them. And Fernando, shout out to you because you did have PSG earlier in the stream today. I was not a believer. Good call.
You want to know how many goals Sociedad has on the season?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
It's 17. You want to know how many fucking games they've played?
Is it 17?
It's 20.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
They can't even get a goal a game.
Yeah.
Kubo's head, I think, might have got smaller. Also, Morata's hair looks fantastic, and he didn't do a damn thing. So.
Fuck all.
He's officially washed. It is now, what is it, January 22nd?
He's washed.
He's done.
Yep. Agree. Hard agree.
Fuck
Call
Leo
it.
for
If
being in the crossbar.
If he goes to the MLS, he might be back. My last Spanish thing was just Maffeo, and it's mostly just like a suck a dick. You got your backs blown out 4-0. Yeah. Oh, well, my favorite thing is that we're going to lose the Barca, and he's going to put up the 5-2. Like, we didn't just beat their ass. And then the next game, they get their ass beat even worse, and he gets hooked at halftime. So, fuck you, Maffeo. That is just a downfall that I love watching. And keep crying. I enjoy those memes, too. I'm good.
I'm going to go really quickly with mine. Number one, Dortmund. They finally fired their manager. Fuck them. They can't win away for shit. Couldn't even get us a fucking goal, so fuck them. Number two, Newcastle. You got absolutely blessed at the crib by Bournemouth. That's kind of fucking embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, Darwin Nunez just coming on and figuring out how to hit a fucking rectangle. I loved Brentford on a handicap / a double chance at home. And Nunez just in stoppage time completely fucked that one. Leicester, score me one goddamn goal at home. AC Milan.
Oh.
The fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing?
Get us a goal. Like that was the surest both teams to score I had the whole fucking weekend, and they just came out and absolutely slept walk through a game.
Juve can't score 2 goals on Leg, Nick, and 9 other guys we grab off the street, dude.
Fact.
I'm not lasting that whole game anyway. I'm getting a red.
Batiste. Shout out Isco for doing exactly what we knew Isco would do. But then getting a red card and losing 3-1 to Alaves. Kind of fucking embarrassing at home. Team that can't win for shit away, and you put up that performance at home. That's flat out embarrassing. Tottenham. We know you can't play away, but you're so bad that you lose 3-2 to Everton?
3-0 at one point, I believe.
Yeah, it was 3-0.
3-0 because I had the under, and I was just like, what happened?
Marseille. You can't find one more goal. You only get the Mason Greenwood penalty kick, and you tie 1-1. Embarrassing. In UCL, Austin Villa. You gotta do better than that, guys. You gotta get a goal. I know French teams are tough, especially in France, but you have to get at least one fucking goal. You can't lose 1-0 in that one. Next up, we got Atleti / the ref in that Atleti game / Leverkusen. Look, I know the refs are always terrible. especially in Atleti, like that building just screams the biggest fucking scandals outside of Barcelona in Spain. But yeah, that ref was absolutely atrocious. That game was officiated atrociously. Another another chaotic instant fucking classic, just like we talked about on Tuesday with Griezmann pinging that PK off the crossbar the last time they met. And then last but not least, Byron today. You couldn't get one fucking goal. I did call Feyenoord to score first and for it to be Santiago Jimenez. So anybody who listened there, shout out you because you're rich as fuck. That was mad long odds. But yeah, Byron just got absolutely shit pumped. One on XG. Turns out XG doesn't fucking matter.
Oh shit, never mind.
So shout out Kimmich for even though I said it was insane juice minus 170, I emptied my fucking account on him to take a shot and he took it in the 41st minute.
Love. Absolutely love. I really enjoy getting to this point where, listen, there's obviously a lot of times where the three of us talk, we're texting, we're bouncing plays off each other. I get that. But I do love to know when that doesn't happen, we're on the same plays a lot of times. Like that, whether it wins or loses, I don't really care. I like being on the right side with good people. So that always warms my heart. And my fuck yous are pretty much exactly the same. Like I got to stop following you, Oaks, because it's the same shit. It's fucking Milan. It's Tottenham. It's Bayern Munich, which I don't really care because I had over 2.5. So I got that.
We got it anyway.
Miraculously. Villa's got to get a goal. Like, yeah, it's just the same shit, dude. So,
shout out Jimenez for that absolutely filthy pass on that breakaway in stoppage time of the first half to draw the PK, and then the fucking stones on the guy to bury it top left corner on Neuer of all people. Like that takes a massive set of fucking balls to try and go top bins like that.
Should have been a good. Going top bins.
That's so 2024.
Dude, he bent it too. Like that thing was fucking nasty. So shout out him for getting that first half over for me right at the death there.
Yeah, and then just like you said, fuck you to every French team. Like just teams from France, I cannot handicap them. To save my life, I don't often bet League One for that reason. Champions League, I always seem to be on the wrong side of them. Just I don't know what the fuck to do with teams from France ever.
It's because they don't have a TV broadcast deal, dude. Like you gotta get on TV. Like figure it out.
Yeah, but you nailed it. One thing to really hone in on, especially this year in the Champions League, they are fucking fierce at home. Every single team. So I mean. Shout out to that. PSG, nobody's a bigger PSG hater than I am. Nobody is less of a believer of them in the Champions League than I am. Shout out to them, man. They put up 4 goals today. I don't care that they're playing the worst City side that has ever existed in the past 20 years. They did it. So shout out them.
They always hold down the Parc des Princes, too.
Jimenez, just his price skyrocketed today after those 2 goals, dude. Milan can't afford them.
Didn't he have like 35 fucking goals last year, dude?
Yeah, 2 years ago, I think he really fucking crushed her.
He was absolutely insane. And then he had like an injury where he was out for like 6 months. But yeah,
and then he played with the Mexican national team, and everyone's like, "Oh, this sucks."
That whole Mexican national team,
they do.
blows though, top to bottom. That roster shit.
Yeah. Oh, real quick one, Gabrielle over on Arsenal, because everything I said was completely true. Just you can't hit a rectangle for your fucking life. 0 for 3. 0 for 3.
Dude, also, I'm sorry, just while Oaks is on it. Did you guys see the Mexican national team yesterday lost a fucking friendly game to River Plate?
Yep.
Like, and I don't care if it's your C team, your D team, your E team, whatever. Like, imagine being a national team and just going out and getting fucking humbled by a club team. I don't care what the circumstances are. Like, I wouldn't, if I'm,
River Plate is nasty, though.
Man, I'm not down. Listen,
I was gonna say I low key think River Plate's better than Mexico.
They are clearly. I mean, like, I don't know, dude. I would like if you tell me, hey, USA, you guys got to go and face the 5th place team in Portugal. I'd be like, no, we're not doing this. Like, we're not going to get humbled by,
Right. I have
Rio Ave or somebody, So, man, that's embarrassing, but wild shit.
Like, this isn't even a good learning experience, guys. We're all right without this. Oh, oops, sorry. All right, does everyone feel better?
I feel great. I was texting Nick earlier. I told him we're taking Xavier plus 7.5, and they are absolutely working Johns right now. They're up 38-26 in the Garden. That takes so much power away from Johns. They're not playing in a fucking 56K person arena. And Xavier is wiping the floor with them.
Let's go.
See, the problem when Oaks gives me any college basketball bets is if it's like less than +8, then I'm like, oh, so the money line.
It's plus
like,
260.
No.
Spread exists for a reason, brother. Spread exists for a reason. You're talking about one basket, one rebound, one something. Like you gotta take the points if you're getting them.
Look really good. Okay. Just every time. All right. Anyway, we got 2 Thursday games I want to touch on. Otherwise, I don't give a single fuck if you thought we were going to be talking Europa League, whatever bullshit league that isn't the Champions League that gets played on not Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I don't care. However, there are 2 games that I am going to bring up. Nick is here. So I have Lazio versus Real Sociedad. And it would appear to me that Nick is not great at picking Real Sociedad matches. However, he did give us Lazio money line. Lazio, stay hot. Nick, how are we feeling in this game?
I feel good, man. They have good vibes right now in the Europa League. They're taking
crushing it, aren't they?
They're top of the table. Yeah, I think top of the table.
Oh yeah, because Bilbao did lose today to Besiktas.
So they're taking the competition seriously, which I like to see. They're like it's more of an open competition versus this Serie A stiff shit where like every team kind of knows what you're doing already. And the guys that are not starters in the league have been getting playing time and showcasing themselves well. So plus 135 at home. I just ranted about Sociedad and how they couldn't score a fucking goal against Valencia. So yeah, I wouldn't mind backing Lazio in this game. I don't know where Sociedad is in the standings. Do they like massively need points in this game? That would scare me just a little.
Right now, they're on 10 points, sitting in 12th with a +4 goal differential. Points wouldn't hurt. They're not in the automatic like top 8, but some points wouldn't hurt here. A draw would probably be pretty nice for them.
Yeah, I could see a draw.
Top dog, and it's not at home, but
right now you have to back Lazio until they should give you a reason not to in this competition.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one. They are undefeated. I want to give credit to like one Real Sociedad player and be like, hey, what are you going to do about this person? I don't have one.
Not a one.
It used to be Takefusa Kubo, Oyarzabal when he used to play football. I don't know if he's like a coach
when
now.
Baron was good.
Yeah, that was cool. Remember that?
Yeah, now he can't even fucking
Remember
play.
when Isak was on that team?
Right? Oh, my God.
Tough. Do you guys have a striker with this? Castellanos is back, right? You have a striker.
Yes, he was suspended in Serie A, not for.
I mean, he's depending on lineups, man. Any of the Lazio forwards to score is going to be pretty good. He's plus 210. Diaz plus 250. He's been on a tear when he gets playing time. When he starts, he's just really, really good finisher. That Castellanos, obviously, we talk about isn't. His work rate is fantastic. He's going to get you shots. He's going to make stuff happen. He can't score for shit, so that's where Dia really comes in. If he gets to start, I would back him at plus 250.
All right, other game I have for Thursday. We're not doing it anymore after this. It's Man U versus Rangers. So
where is it?
It's at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
That's the only advantage I give to Man U because Rangers, I feel like when it comes to European football, Rangers always puts up a decent fight and they're going to make it tough for you. And this Man U team doesn't want anyone to make it. They don't even like it when you make it easy for them. I don't know who steps up for Man U here outside of Amad Diallo. So I'll look at his props. If Bruno Fernandes can stay on the fucking pitch, maybe he seems very wishy-washy this year besides all the red cards. So I have not talked to any delusional Manchester United fans about this game. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I actually don't even know if I feel like listening to it because I know absolutely none of them have watched any Rangers ball. So
both teams to score.
Nervous saying both teams to score here. I even feel nervous about that.
You don't think United scoring?
Who's scoring?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is Xerxes like gonna have a random? Like he's good every like 8 games, I guess.
Yeah, he's not really a striker, man. I don't know what they're trying to do with him. I don't know what they're trying to do with anybody, right? Garnacho's on his way out.
I don't hate the Garnacho move just because if it's not going to work out, at least cash in on your academy where it's
right, make some money.
Yeah.
But also you need his position because then who do you have? Mason Mount? Because Anthony's gone, Rashford's gone, and now Garnacho's going to be gone. Nobody came in, right? Am I missing somebody?
No, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, quite honestly.
Rangers just seems like the more solid choice right now. And if you can get decent odds like a Rangers double chance, I think they're completely happy going to Old Trafford on paper, getting a point, and getting the fuck out of there. I actually think they can get all 3, but
dude, yeah. Rangers +1 is +115.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you really think Man U's putting up 2 on Rangers, let alone winning by 2? So I also think Thursday is going to be ugly as shit. When I looked at the board, I was like, Lyon's playing Fenerbahce. I was like, oh, God. They're just scrolling through the board. Oh, man, this is horrendous. I think this is going to be an awesome kick game also. Man U versus Rangers. If we get the blue versus the red, going to look beautiful. That's the nicest thing I can say about this game. Oaks, anything to add?
I mean, look, I've said that like when the last time we looked at Man U's lineup, Legs like I think this is a really good lineup. I'm gonna go. I don't think they can put out a good lineup because I don't think they have very good players. So yeah, Man U is kind of trash. The game I'm most interested in tomorrow, and we're not going to spend any time talking about it, is Pleasant versus Anderlecht. And you are probably like, why the fuck are we going to talk about that? Anderlecht is second on the table in Europa, and they haven't lost a single game. And you can get them. They beat Porto too. Like they smoked Porto, and you can get them on a draw no bet at +166 over on FanDuel. They're 4-2-0, guys. Like, and they haven't played nobodies. They beat Sociedad in Sociedad. They smoked Ludogorets, who you might not care about. They drew Porto, and then they beat Slavia Prague in Prague, which is
that's
hard
big
to do.
Hell yeah! Wow.
Do you think Roma keeps winning, or are they about to fuck their whole season up again?
Dude, I'm just trying to think. Do you think that's an over game, Oaks?
For Anderlecht?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Pleasant to actually have an
tough place to play.
Them. I know they played Champions League for a couple years in a row.
I'm just wondering.
And it's in Poland, so I mean the Polish squads are always really tough at home. They're 10-9 on the goal differential. I could maybe see it over there, but I love Pleasant on a draw Anderlecht on a draw no bet. You can even get the double chance at -140-ish.
I agree. Sorry, you asked about Roma, Leg. Fuck Roma. What are they doing? Who do they got?
They're playing AZ Alkmaar in the Netherlands.
They should win.
Also, Fernando, I just want to say that even if Rangers' last 5 away games, they haven't won, Man U has 1 win in the last 5 home games. So I don't know if that's the best. I don't know if that's a stat we want to look at. Rangers have scored in their last 5 away games, though.
Yeah, see?
I don't know who's getting the second. If Rangers don't want to win and Manchester United both don't, like if everybody doesn't want to win, I don't know who's putting up that second goal on either team.
Roma over 1.5 looks really good at even money.
That's not a bad call. AZ's building will be jumping, but it's not like they're known for their defense. That offense has been high-powered. I haven't watched very much AZ.
They have been absolutely shit in Europa. I think they're in 20th place or something.
I mean, Roma's doing pretty decently too, right? They're pretty much in a qualifying spot. So
they're like right in that middle spot. They're I think in 14th.
Yeah, they're in 14th on 9 points.
Yeah, Alkmaar I think is sitting like closer to the bottom where they absolutely.
I mean, they're in 20th, but they have 8 points. Roma's just got a better goal differential, scored 8, conceded 5.
Yeah. I don't know. It should be interesting. I don't really think there's too many good games, though, coming from Europa League.
Yeah.
I think the 3 we talked about is pretty much it. Moving on, we're going over to the Premier League. First things first, we got a massive game that nobody thought we were going to talk about, Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest, to me, right now, with no injuries, is probably going to be Liverpool's biggest test. I also don't think they're going to last that long. And my really hot take is that even if they do last that long, they're going to be completely down the tubes next year, just like every other Cinderella team we've ever seen almost win, go to Champions League and fuck up their entire club. So Nottingham Forest fans, enjoy it. Do your fucking thing. Push as hard as you can this year because I don't care how good your owner is. The turnaround that you have right now, it's not supposed to happen this quick. You guys were very comfortable down in like 14th place, but this is your year. Bournemouth also has just been slaying giants. I think they got what? They got City now. They got Manchester United twice, I think. And they got Chelsea, and I think they tied Liverpool. And they beat Arsenal.
They tied Liverpool and they lost to Liverpool, right?
I think so. Yeah, but they also beat Arsenal. So everybody that like the top 6, quote unquote, in the Prem, Bournemouth loves playing those guys. Now, Crystal Palace comes to town. I don't know if we're going to get the same Bournemouth. So Nottingham Forest is a weird situation where when you look at them on paper, they're not good, but also they're really good. So I don't know what Bournemouth we're going to get, but I do love the Nottingham Forest number. I think me and Oaks talked about the double chance and the draw no bet. I could see any of them because I still think Nottingham Forest can win this game straight up.
I tend to agree, man. I think you have to proceed with caution because there's been a lot of trap games out there, trap numbers out there. But I think this is fair play to odds for Bournemouth, right? You talked about them. They've been good. They're at home. But plus 245 seems too big of a spread here. That's kind of where I'm at. So I agree with you. Plus a quarter of a goal. If you can get an Asian handicap is even money. That's really good. Draw no bet or double chance. Also really good. Kind of like an over here. Over 2.5 at minus 125.
Don't let those 2 garbage time goals by Southampton fool you.
I'm going
Nottingham. At least that's my opinion. Nottingham is in the position they're in because they've been playing absolutely rock solid defense, and their keeper's been just standing on his fucking head.
Well, it's just gonna be funny when like Mario leaves next year and they get Champions League football like they're hoping to get, and then they think they're going to sign somebody to replace him, and there's not going to be a good replacement because it's hard to explain how a backline works in football, but you don't get to just spend a shit ton of money. I've seen it work once, and it was Virgil van Dijk, and it did happen in January. But
see, I'm with Fernando here. Like, I think that Bournemouth game at Newcastle was a little bit of a fluke. And don't worry, guys. Like, Leg was all up in my fucking ear about me dissing Calvert, but like, this Bournemouth team still doesn't have a fucking striker. Like, they're moving a winger over to striker if Calvert's playing there. But like, they're without Evan Nielsen and Unal. So like, I don't know how long the Cherries can keep this going. I think Nottingham Forest on a double chance at minus 134 is absolutely disrespectful. That way, if it is a draw, you still fucking cash the ticket. Yep. Plus money on a draw no bet is completely fucking disrespectful. And my boy Big Chris Wood at plus 220 to score. Like, come on.
Silly.
It's fucking big. Big Wood's like what, third, fourth? No, not third, but he's got to be like fourth or fifth.
Yeah, I think Isak just overtook him.
He's fifth with fucking 14 goals behind Palmer, who's only ahead of him with 14 because Palmer's got 6 assists and Wood doesn't assist. He just fucking scores. He's only got 2 dimes. So
mine has Wood as ahead of him because Palmer has 3 pens and Wood only has 2.
Nice.
So the list goes Salah with 18, Holland with 17. Don't know how the fuck he still has 17. He must have gotten like
guys
6
have scored in 2
game.
months. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then Isak, who we know's fucking balling, and then Palmer, Wood, and then behind him, Mbuemo and Wiasa. Like, Dude, Chris Wood at plus 220 is flat out. He's got 14 fucking goals. I think they played, 20 games?
100%.
They played 22 games. So he's scoring more than a goal a game.
You're going to hang a plus 200 or better. That's an automatic bet. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, dude, every week, like, I have amnesia. I look at the table. I'm like, holy shit. They're in 7th. Holy shit. They're not giving up any goals. Holy shit. They haven't lost in a month and a half. Like, credit to them, man. But yeah,
shout out to Cherries. Also sick hits too. Love the black and reds with the gold highlights.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to give it to Forest in this game. They're just better form, better side.
Bournemouth gives me like Real Betis, like Girona vibes in La Liga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like sometimes they'll hop up to like 6th, 7th place, and other times you'll see them down in like 13th, and it all feels normal.
Sassuolo from 4 years ago.
Vibes. Yeah. They're like, oh, this team should be fucking awesome, and then they lay a complete stinker, and you're like, well, that'll happen.
All right, moving on. We got Wolves versus Arsenal.
Yes.
This is on here because, decent Arsenal number if you play around with it. The number I liked the best was Arsenal money line and both teams to score. I was pretty much just going to ask you guys, you think both teams will score? Because Matthias Cunha will always have his say on whatever match he goes into. He will take 8 shots. He doesn't give a fuck. He will create the chances. I'm really enjoying watching him just throw on the Iago Aspas backpack of just being the entire offense.
I do think so. Wolves have been scoring. They score a ton of goals, actually. So both teams' score is playable on its own. Minus 110. Yeah. I don't even know that you need to juice it up. I mean, do I think Arsenal win? Of course I do. But I don't know. What number are you getting for combining them?
When you combine them, I think it goes up to plus 135.
Yeah. I mean, low risk, I guess. But I like both teams to score on its own.
Yeah. I'm with you. There's a lot to like about this Wolves offense, especially with Hwang starting to get healthy. You got Guedes who can play. You got Alt Nori who can ball. You got Yao Gomes who's been playing awesome in the midfield. You got even Jorgen Strand Larson who I like playing up top. And look, Arsenal had a really good performance today, but I don't know. Do I really
Zagreb?
Yeah. Do I really trust the Gunners? No, I never have.
One thing I'll say, this kind of looks like a corners game to me. Over 10.5 corners at plus 115.
Arsenal should run them up because that's the best way they're going to score.
100%. They've been averaging like 8 or 9 a game themselves.
Yep.
So,
all right, moving on. Next English game I got for you, it's Man City versus Chelsea. I am very excited for the narrative of taking Cole Palmer props just because, going back to Manchester, back to your old squad, your spots. It's kind of like when LeBron goes back to Cleveland, I'm going to always take his points. I don't think Cole Palmer is going to have that same effect as LeBron, but I will be taking Cole Palmer to score assists. I'm going to take him for his shots on target. I'm waiting for Nicholas Jackson to get hot again, but I won't be on the first Nicholas Jackson goal. Does that make sense? I need to see it happen first, and then I'll get back on the Jackson train. He seems like a really streaky type of striker, and it's almost to the point where he's gotten cold enough where I might start Yao Felix or Nkunku over him. But I also know at any point Nicholas Jackson, it looks sloppy, but he makes something out of nothing a lot of the time, and he is a pain in the ass for defenders, and Manchester City doesn't seem like they know who they're even going to be putting back there besides Akanji. That's the only name that I consistently keep seeing. No Kyle Walker. Ruben Diaz played, 45 today? Don't know if he's going to be ready to go or if he aggravated something today. I don't know why they took him off in the 46th minute. If you're taking Man City on the money line, I guess what you can tell yourself is, hey, we're at home. We're turning our leaf. It's a plus sign. You can try and tell yourself that. But
that 6 goals versus Ipswich really helped you out today, didn't they?
Yeah. In reality, though, I'm looking at Chelsea on a double chance, and I'm just looking at Cole Palmer, and I don't really want to risk too much other shit. Remember when Foden was back because he scored against Ipswich?
What do you got, about 35 minutes of game time today?
He got about 90 fucking minutes of cardio is what he got.
Did he play the whole game?
I don't know if he played the whole game.
I didn't even see him in the second half.
To be fair, the Holland goal was meant for him. It got deflected, and he had like 4 miles of space. He was going to bury that thing. But yeah, it got deflected, and Holland ended up scoring it. I'm with Leg here. It's not that I really, really rate Chelsea, but Chelsea on a double chance at minus 115, minus 114 is disrespectful. And I'm with Leg. I'm all here for the Cole Palmer revenge narrative. Give me his anytime goal at plus 180. Disrespectful ass number. And he takes PKs.
Holy shit. Phil Foden played the entire game.
Could have fooled me.
You wouldn't know it. Yeah, you wouldn't know it by watching.
God damn. Wow. That's tough. I really didn't think he did.
Even worse when Grealish comes in and scores in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and the fact that you had to use Grealish as your example, but you probably had to wait a whole fucking year because he literally didn't score a single goal all of last year. So that's how you know it's extra bad when Grealish finally fucking scores one, and we have to use his as an example. What are we doing, Phil? Player of the year. Good job, Premier League. All right, last one. Fulham versus Man U. Man U's playing midweek. They're also getting really disrespected with this number. I'm looking at a Man U double chance or a draw no bet against Fulham. It is at the Cottage. Fulham, I feel like I can never get Fulham right. They've been up and down as far as form-wise, and I really don't want to give them too much credit. They love getting a draw, though, which is why I like Man U on a double chance. I think actually, as mean as it sounds, I think Man U leaving Old Trafford might be better for them, especially if they come up short midweek while they're at home. So I think playing away, having just the really passionate fans that are going to go to an away game at Craven Cottage, I heard it's a library, I think that might be nicer for them. Do they really want to hear what all the fans have to say from Manchester? You know,
Stadium's a piece of shit,
vacation.
too.
Little vacation. Even their manager says they're the worst United team of all time. So it's tough. But I like Man U double chance. What are you thinking, Noakes?
Fulham plays to the level of competition. This screams draw. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a high scoring draw or a low scoring draw. It just screams draw to me. I do like Fulham, and, you know, like I said, they were on my fuck yous for Leicester not scoring. And they did get a nice away win there, but they lost away to West Ham 3-2, which was kind of fucking embarrassing. And they drew Ipswich 2-2 at home. They drew Bournemouth 2-2 at home, and they were on a fat run of draws there. I don't know why. I just really think the draw's a runner here. If you want to take Man U on a draw no bet, I don't hate that, but like Fulham just has been playing to the level of competition, and I don't know. Plus 130 is just way too short to me at Craven Cottage. No. Not that I really rate Man U. It's just I don't think Fulham know how to get up for big games. So I think a draw is a real runner here.
This is one where I might even go for a correct score of like 1-1, 2-2, 0-0.
Yep.
Could see it. I trying to talk myself into an over 2.5 minus 120 but I don't know who's going to score. That's where I fall short because I look at both teams. Defenses have sucked for both of them. But Fulham's actually scored a lot of goals, and I'm trying to remember.
Traore's back too for Fulham, which is huge for them.
There you go. I was like in my mind, I'm trying to remember a Fulham goal from this year. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like nothing memorable, but they've scored a ton of them.
Had one cool one, I think.
I hope so. And both defenses really, really suck. They're both giving up over a goal a game, well over a goal a game, close to a goal and a half a game. So kind of feel like United are gonna need something. Obviously, they're all the way down to fucking 13th. West Ham breathing down their neck. Something I never thought I'd say about a West Ham team. I feel like there's 3 goals.
Remember that year they finished 6th and then just almost got relegated?
Remember when they were massive because they won the Europa Conference League? That was sick.
So, yeah, I'm trying to talk myself into an over, but I don't know yet.
I would have, mind you, I am a hater when it comes to Anthony Robinson, but the fact that you're trying to back an offense where Anthony Robinson is the leading provider, it would give me. I just couldn't do that. I know he has 9 assists. He's doing very
He's
well.
been nasty with them lately too.
Bro.
I also know how many fucking crosses he just spams in. Is like, I hope this hits off somebody in a white shirt.
Big TAA vibes.
Yeah, he is really discount TAA with the left foot. Moving on, that's all the English games I had for you guys. Got a couple of Spanish games for you. Best league on the planet has no football.
It's La Liga.
That's all.
Yeah, that's true.
Guys did.
Dude, you guys, we're hoodieing it up.
I'm freezing my fucking nuts off, dude. It's like -20 here.
My hood's massive, so I don't want to do that to you guys. Mallorca versus Real Betis. It's on the island. Mallorca,
the Hawks hat is making it look kind of pointy though, so I gotta take that off before I get canceled.
Up there, yeah. On the island, Real Betis just lost to Alaves. I don't see this going well for Betis, but I love watching Isco play.
Yep.
I don't know what Anthony brings to this team either. I doubt he's even going to play this weekend. I would love to see an Anthony resurgence. I really did love watching him play in the Brazilian league and for Ajax. I don't see any bright spots for Real Betis. Any bright spots I saw for Betis are over on Como now, went over to the French league. They're not there anymore. So Mallorca on the island. Shit. Maybe Maffeo does something.
He'll get booked.
Has he made any headlines? Like, has he thought about just playing good football so that the news wrote about him? Or I don't know. I think Mallorca holds it down though. But Isco props.
Interesting.
Also, I'll probably bet a card for anyone in the middle of the field that's gonna have to deal with Isco because like Isco's there and y'all are that good at defense. Ryo, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Look, I'm gonna watch this game. It's gonna be an ugly game, but I'm gonna watch it. Again, Batiste, everybody like Isco is going to be the best player on the pitch. Watching him is like getting a chance to watch fucking Picasso paint. I've tweeted it. I've said it on this show. I'd take Isco back at Madrid right fucking now. Like he is that fucking good. The dude just is class on grass. Sure, he's lost a step or two when it comes to pace, but nobody's got better spatial awareness. He's finding dudes without even fucking picking his head up. Like, good on them for being where they're supposed to be, but like, dude, the guy is just an absolute fucking wizard. That's all I got.
Big draw energy in this one. I don't know, like just screams and ugly, like you said, a 1-1. I'm trying to see what the under is and if it's playable. Of course it's not. Why would it be?
Yeah, it's set at fucking 1.5.
Yeah, I mean, do you take an over 2 and hope to get lucky? I mean, over 2 is sitting in -110. No, I don't know. Just ugly game. I really have nothing for you.
I would rather just bet Isco for 2 goals than take an over. I'll be dead ass with you. I'd rather just go Isco 3 shots.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these teams score, so I don't really know. But
Laren's been doing okay for Mallorca recently when they decide to play him.
If he plays, that's the other thing. He might not play.
I'm with you. Tough home atmosphere. I mean, I wish the draw no bet was a little bit of a better number for them. I'd probably take it. But
I'm waiting for Isco to just go in dickhead mode and just like, I'm shooting. Fuck y'all. I'm done passing y'all.
That's true. You know he hates Mallorca too.
All right, moving on. We got Atleti versus Villarreal. Villarreal coming off a 4-0 win. It was against Mallorca.
Yep.
Atleti coming off of a big win against Leverkusen, down a man. It's back at the Wanda. Very tough place to play. There was a reason they were on, what was that, a 10-game unbeaten streak or a 10-game winning streak? I don't really think Villarreal is going to give them that much trouble. Big-time card energy from this game. I don't know if you saw the clip of Baena in the Mallorca game where he just straight up blindsides Bull and nicks him for 0 card. I won't say what if Vinny did this. Don't worry, guys. I like Atleti here, but give me all the cards. I'm going to bet an absurd amount of cards, and I'm going to probably be a little scared with the amount of cards I'll bet in this game. Let me actually look at the ref while you give out your picks for this one.
Atleti win over 1.5 is even money. Kind of where I'm at. I think they could win 2-0.
Look, I'm not going to lie. it makes me a little nervous saying this at the Metropolitano just because I know that Atleti owns the fucking refs and they're in their pocket every time they're at the Metropolitano. But I think Villarreal is very live here. Atleti's thing is they always disappoint, especially after midweek and after a big game. I think Villarreal is very live here. I love both teams to score over 2.5 at plus 100. I think Villarreal's really feeling themselves right now. They're comfortably sitting in 5th place. Bilbao is about 6 points ahead of them on the table. But Villarreal has a legitimate chance to challenge for Champions League here, and they have been playing really decent ball lately outside of the 1-0 loss to Sociedad. Like we said, they just skull-fucked Mallorca at home. They beat Leganés 5-2. A Leganés team that beat Barcelona and Atleti. They fucking they lost to Betis, but they played Rayo Vallecano really tough, and Rayo's been having themselves a very nice little season here. I don't know. I think Villarreal's live. I'm certainly wouldn't take Atleti on the money line. And Villarreal doesn't play midweek football. Like, we all have to remember, Villarreal's in no midweek competitions after last year. And they're kind of rebuilding phase. They're hot right now. And it's not that I like Villarreal. It's just they're playing good ball. I would not be surprised if they were able to manage a draw and get a point on the road here.
Yo, Fernando, let me just ask you a quick question. How much La Liga games have you watched Alvarez play? Because I know he just cooked in that Champions League match. He's
been cooking in La Liga too.
He has 1 goal in the last 2 months of La Liga.
Dude, I worry about Villarreal's defense in this game. That's the only thing I'll say. That's kind of why I lean towards Atleti at home. But I will defer to you, Oaks. I mean, I think goals looks like goals. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, Villarreal's defense is atrocious. They concede just by breathing oxygen. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna knock Alvarez too much, just because Atleti really hasn't been scoring in a ton of their games.
What's his main job? Would you say for Atleti?
Yeah, it's to score goals.
Okay. Alvarez, I want him to. I was like, damn, why does Atleti always get a good striker? Fuck. But he just hasn't really done shit in La Liga this year. It's kind of like Barca fans trying to talk to me. I'm just like, damn, look how good you guys are. Oh, wait, that's you in third. You know what I mean? Yeah.
When did that happen? I just completely missed that. The last month, I guess, right? They've been dropping fucking points left and right.
Yeah, they only have 1 La Liga win in their last 10 La Liga matches. So
don't worry though, they're gonna get third or second, and they're gonna talk shit. They're like, well, we beat Madrid twice. It's like, all right, cool. Well, we won the league, so
I hope they enjoy that one too.
They will. They won't shut up about. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed. All the Barca fans that were actually the only people to talk about Man City and be Man City fans on the internet, real fucking quiet lately. Real fucking quiet.
Well, I like the Man City fans that now have nothing else to do besides look at other teams, and they're like, you know what? I think I do like Barcelona. Wow, how original of you. A Man City fan likes Barcelona too.
What a shock.
Well, that's crazy. This one, Real Valladolid versus Real Madrid. Can Valladolid get a goal?
Yeah, sure. Who used to play for Madrid?
That's a good fucking question. Do they have the Peter kid on their team? That's actually a really good question because they're dead last, but you get Madrid at home, so it's going to be a sellout crowd. If you have any Madrid Academy products, you're probably good for at least one. I like Real Madrid and both teams to score if Valladolid gives me a lineup.
They got me the goal versus Espanyol too. I couldn't believe that both teams to score was plus 120.
Mario Martin found him.
There it is.
Yeah.
Anybody even tangentially associated with Real Madrid is going to be the guy who finds the back of the net.
Listen,
He's on loan too.
I already forgot who you guys fucking whopped today. Salzburg scored. I told you guys they would score a goal. Both teams to score. So if Salzburg could score,
that goal was a fucking cracker too.
Like,
shout out Courtois for the effort, but like nobody was stopping that.
Well, that would have been my third save, so that would have been cool. But
yeah. So yeah,
that thing was an absolute rocket ship.
Could they score?
Too.
Sure.
It was one of those goals where you're like, that was pretty nice, and I didn't have to burn about you, so he celebrated for a second. Then he was like, wait, 5-1.
Wait, yeah, we did just get our shit pumped by 5.
All right, moving on. Barca versus Valencia, the asshole bowl. I'm gonna ask the same question. Can Valencia score 1? Hugo Doro, can he get 1?
If you want them not to score, I'll bet on them to score.
All right, I appreciate that. Actually,
just tell me which way you're going.
What happens? I'm gonna take both teams to score in this game, because if Barca drop even more points, I find that hilarious. The only shitty part is that Valencia would get them, and I'm not gonna lie to you. After how Valencia's been acting, even when everybody came to their aid when shit went down for them, and they're just still pieces of shit, I really do want to see them get relegated. And I'm sorry because I know they went through a bunch of shit, but damn. The longer the season goes on, the more I'm just like, maybe it happened for a reason. You know, just Noah built that arc for a reason. You know, maybe some things happen. You know,
so, yeah, man.
If Barcelona wants to handle business here, feel free.
Valencia, obviously, they've been dog shit. They're already on my fuck you list from last week, but they do score, and Barca's defense isn't outstanding.
Especially if you can just figure out how to counter a high line. Like, I don't want to sound like a dickhead here because my team's only scored 2 against Barca. They're not a very hard team to score against.
No.
Just time the line right. We have too many fast players and fucking midfielders in the Spanish league that should know how to beat an offside trap for us to not be able to bet both teams to score in every single Barcelona game.
Talk me out of Valencia +2. Talk me out of it.
I'm not gonna try to. Their defense is decently solid. I will go with Leg though. Hugo Duro to score the goal feels really nice. Again, a former Madrid academy guy, so I do like that narrative on Hugo Duro. He's also their top goal scorer.
Yeah, Barca bounce back. They literally just won.
I mean, that game in Benfica was absolutely ridiculous.
Barca bounce back.
He means in the league. I bet.
Yeah, they just lose. Oh no, they just drew Getafe.
Yeah, they tied Getafe. But I guess they need to bounce. I've only been shown screenshots of the Champions League table, so I'm out of touch. Sorry. All right, moving on. We're going to Italy.
Oh.
Only reason to have Nick on. No one versus Atalanta.
Wow. Go ahead.
All right. I have a really interesting question for you guys.
Atalanta -120 to the bank.
Okay, but can Como score?
Yes. They've been really good. They've been really good at scoring.
Nico
passes. He's fucking nasty, bro.
He got hurt, but he's back already.
Yeah,
really. Yeah, he got hurt the one fucking game I betted on him I bet him I think +500. Bro didn't make it to the 20th minute.
Yeah. Well, what's even worse is he took 3 shots to and hit none of them on target.
Right.
He was jacking too.
Right.
The number that I like the best for this game is Atalanta Como. Both teams to score, no draw. You get a nice plus sign on that one. I wouldn't be surprised if it feels like Atalanta is in one of those Atalanta cruise control type of moments in the season.
Except the last week.
Except the past week.
Yeah, they lost to Napoli.
Yeah, I mean that was always going to be a banger match.
No.
I'm counting that as a cruise control because to me they've been slipping. They had 2 draws before that. They lost to Napoli. They lost to Inter. So it doesn't seem like they're playing to the competition the way that we watched them at the end of the last season, the beginning of this season when they're playing at finals. I do think they should, on paper, handle business here fairly easily. I think there's probably 4 goals in this one, but that's when Atalanta's playing Atalanta football. You don't watch them for the defense. So when I don't see Lookman, CDK, and Retekwi banging in shots and putting up 2-3 goals a game, I don't really want to watch them. So
yeah, no, listen, you're spot on. I think I always try to give out advice on sides. I'm not saying necessarily take the money line, don't take the money line. I mean, if you're getting a team total for close to the same number, I always advocate for that because in my mind, it takes 2 goals to win a football match. I mean, that's just like overgeneralization, but I always kind of think that way. -120 on over 1.5 is not a number you see very often with Atalanta, especially against a team that's in the bottom 5 of the league. So they don't score 2, whatever. My money went there. I'll play it every single time. Probably hit on it 70-75% the last 4 years. So give me over 1.5 team total every time.
I'm not gonna lie. Atalanta on the money line is one of my favorite plays of the weekend.
Well, there you go.
It's my favorite play, but like it's in the top 5. -115 over on MGM. I do agree. I think Como gets a goal. Both teams to score, sitting at -130 over on Caesars. Over 2.5 at -122 on FanDuel. If you don't want to take both teams to score,
you don't get that often either. For
right,
Atalanta team.
So I like both teams to score and over 2.5. That'll get you a plus number, but I think both teams to score and over 2.5 are playable on their own as standalones. But Atalanta money line at -115 smash. We just watched them in the Champions League. What, Tuesday, right?
Yep.
They played the early game on Tuesday, and they ended up winning.
5.
Yeah, they hung up 5 and had 3 VAR.
Yep.
Yeah, they really hung up like 10, but
right.
And they started their bench.
And they started nothing but backups. So like we're gonna get a well-rested Ederson, we're gonna get a well-rested Bellanova, we're gonna get a very rested midfield. Lookman only played like 40-some minutes. So yeah, dude, I'm all over Atalanta here.
All right, so I got another big one here, and thank goodness Nick's here. I know he loves both these teams. Again, if you listen to the first 45 minutes of Nick, that was useless. Only here for Italian.
Thanks.
Napoli versus Juve. Nick.
Yeah.
Who's winning this fucking game?
Napoli at home.
Right, cool.
I mean, if I had to pick a winner, Napoli at home is another story. They're really rounding into good form. They're making up for talent in Conte being their coach and making sure he gets max. No, honestly, we can debate about how good or bad or what his style is. He gets a lot out of mediocre players, and this Napoli very largely has a mediocre squad. So does Juventus. I'm not advocating that Juventus is a better team. They're fucking whack and average themselves. But you absolutely have to back Napoli at home here. I think +110 is a good number. I mean, if you wanted to take the draw at +200, that's also equally likely outcome. Because Juve draws every game, right? 13 out of 20, I think, in the league. They're coming off of a draw in Belgium yesterday. But Napoli on full rest, coming off of a huge win against Atalanta. Got to back them here.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to pick a side, it's going to be Napoli at home. But this is another Juve game. Massive draw energy, in my opinion. I will say somebody that's been absolutely on fire lately for Napoli that you probably didn't expect, who had a good season in that Osimhen year where they won the league, but wasn't nearly as involved in the offense, is Anguissa. He's been balling the fuck out lately.
He had a really bad year last year, so people kind of wrote him off.
Listen to his stat line last 6 games, okay? Versus Lazio, 4 shots, 1 on target. Versus Udinese, 2 shots, 2 on target, and a goal. Versus Genoa, 1 shot, 1 on target, and a goal. Versus Venezia, 2 shots, none on target. Versus Fiorentina, 1 shot, none on target. Versus Verona, 3 shots, 1 on target, and a goal. And then versus Atalanta at home, 2 dimes. Like, this dude's he's in his fucking bag right now. And that's pairing with McSauce in the midfield has looked fantastic.
Yeah, Nick, I was going to ask you, can you just give me a good player maybe on Napoli that you would put I don't know, your life savings on to just get a shot on target, maybe a goal or assist?
McTominay, absolutely. All day, every day. No doubt.
I've never felt more validated than just McSauce going to another team and just still doing just straight McSauce shit where he's like, yeah, I'm going to be a big Scottish fuck in the midfield and just cause problems. And
criminally underrated, except for by this podcast. So shout out us.
Facts.
All right, last game I got for you guys is in Germany. It's Leipzig versus Leverkusen. I think this is actually going to be a banger. I just was really disappointed with how Leverkusen played against Atleti. It is Atleti. It was at the Wanda. Unfortunately, you were up a man for like almost an hour. What was it, like 55 minutes? You were up a man, and you scored one goal against a very defensive side. I don't know if it's because you're not traveling well. I don't know if Xabi Alonso got distracted that he got to play at Madrid when they were training. I don't know what happens there, why you take your foot off the gas when you're up 1-0. I don't think you'll be able to do that against Leipzig. Leipzig offense is electric. Unless Sesko gets snatched up in this winter transfer, which I really doubt. Openda went cold again, but Benjamin Sesko is an absolute wagon. He's just it's hard to put like an exact word for the type of forward he is with his athletic ability, his touch, how fucking huge he is. Yeah. He's just a gigantic target, but he's out and out number 9. He's just very fun to play.
He's a faster and better Dzeko.
I would say like a competent Vlahovic, but then I felt a little disrespectful to Sesko.
Very disrespectful.
I said much better Dzeko.
I like goals in this one, though. I do think Leverkusen get at least 1 point. They're the better side. I think Xabi Alonso is a much better manager as well. Leipzig, though, at home, I feel like they like to surprise people. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, they don't. Double chance at home is kind of live. I don't know that it's like my play, but could they get something out of it? Tough. Both of these teams, man. I don't know what to make of either of them yet this year.
Leipzig's only lost 1 game at home.
Leipzig, only lost 1 game. How many draws do they have against dog shit teams like fucking Wolfsburg? I can't trust this Leipzig team like at fucking all, dude. I do like Xavi Simons a lot. Shout out Xavi Simons for getting me my 2 shots and shot on target in like 25 minutes this morning. And the 3 games that he has been back, they have been much better. But yeah, give me a second here because I do not believe this Leipzig team at home at all.
He's just mad because they lost to Wolfsburg really bad at home, and that's like the only one they can probably think about.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've only played. Yeah, they're 5-2-1. I don't know. They're not very good. They fired their manager. Everybody's playing for their jobs. So, like, if you want to go with that narrative, sure. But Leverkusen's going to skull fuck them, guys. Like, Leverkusen, let's see here. They're 12-5-1 away. Leverkusen has not lost. They're 5-3-0. Scoring 18 and coughing up 10, whereas Leipzig, for as good as they've been at home, is still allowing more than a goal a game. And you're going to tell me that Florian Wirtz isn't going to find the back of the net? You're going to tell me that Frimpong's not that good? You're going to tell me Grimaldo's still not nasty as fuck at free kicks?
Nick, you want to see a masterclass in Devil's Advocate? So that means Leverkusen probably beat Leipzig last time these two teams met, right?
I think along with Atalanta on the money line, Leverkusen minus 110 away is a fucking slam dunk. That's another top bet of mine for the weekend.
I'm here for it. I just want the goals, to be honest, from both those games.
Good shout. Schick has been fucking awesome. That dude revived his fucking...
Dude, we've been talking about Schick since fucking 2 Euros ago, like the fucking COVID Euros when he backpacked the Czech to the round of 8. Like, the dude's a fucking dog. He unfortunately had 2 ACL injuries, so people forgot about him. And then they went out and got Boniface, who, like, no disrespect to Schick, like, Boniface is a fucking stud. But yeah, dude, Schick is a dog.
Boniface also just broke up with his girl because she wouldn't sign a prenup. So
I'm
just saying, if Boniface starts, I'm gonna probably take
smart man protecting that bag.
Well, she was like, "Why don't you trust me?" And he was like, because I have a lot of money.
Right, because I'm the lead striker for Leverkusen money.
What a guy. But all right, that's all the games I had for the weekend. I do have a wheel for you guys. Nick, are you good still? Do we have you for a wheel?
Yeah, schedule conflict. We're recording tomorrow night.
Oh, word.
Oh, okay.
That actually works out huge because I didn't make food and I got to run out to Chick-fil-A. I was gonna have to watch you from my phone.
Appreciate you, man. Look at this guy. This guy would rather fucking miss dinner and starve to watch our show. That's love.
I would never do that. I would get Chick-fil-A and listen at the same time. I would just be missing from chat. Polynesian and Chick-fil-A sauce, by the way. Polynesian for fries, Chick-fil-A sauce for the sandwich.
Polynesian goes hard.
Extra pickles.
I don't like. I need cold, crunchy pickles. So when they're warm and just like mushy, I'm not doing that. If I can get like
as I've told Leg before, Clausen's is the move on pickles. You got they keep them in the fucking like refrigerated case by like the hot dogs and the brats. They're so much better than every other pickle. Shout out.
Well, shame on me for believing the Vlasic bird that was crunching so hard in those fucking pickles. I figured there's
no Vlasic makes dog shit pickles, bro.
Got me fucked up. All right, so I got the wheel here. We got Wiles picked double booty, pick a 4 goal John, Nicky Clicky, and I don't have Oaks as wild anymore because I put Nicky Clicky in that spot now. Do I just make another one? Do I just make this Oaks as wild?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Nobody wants to pick a 0-0 anyway.
Yeah, it never works.
Yeah, right.
Then all of a sudden, there's going to be 5 goals in an Everton game.
Yep.
Fucking dickheads. All right. Nick, you're going to start us off. Let's get it.
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut.
Sorry to do it to you, Oaks. I got in front of it, but we talked about it. The number's too big. Chris Wood, plus 220. Come on. Have to.
Big Wood.
Big Wood.
All right, Oaks, you got this. Your boy Bruno Enrique did not score last week. He was
I know. Mason Greenwood got the only goal.
Let me have Mason Greenwood take another penalty kick. That's what the people want.
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wait.
Cut.
Oh, fuck off!
Yeah. All right, let's see it. League good. McDonald's League.
Give me a second here.
They picked the worst sponsors, by the way. It was Uber Eats and now it's McDonald's.
Dude, yeah, they went with fucking Bally Sports Network for who that shows their games. And like you couldn't pick anybody that's fucking available on cable. You had to go with fucking I ain't paying $22 a month to watch fucking French League One, dude.
There was one thing when BN Sports had La Liga and Ligue 1 and the Turkish League.
Yeah. Uruguay was lit.
I didn't watch it.
Fucking taking under 2 every single game and fucking win.
Yeah, shout out
like it's the African Cup of Nations.
PSG's playing nobody, so I can't even get that at a decent number. You
want to pick Greenwood, dude? Just do it. It's fine.
Hell yeah, guy's a fucking.
They're playing, man. You know there's gonna be.
He's just a pen merchant, dude. I'm gonna take Jonathan David.
Hey.
As I say, pen merchant.
Hey, it's not his fault they keep getting pens. Whereas
that's true. He does.
Greenwood plays. He looks like one of those guys that goes out of his way to get a pen. Whereas Jonathan David's like, "Oh, me again? All right, yeah, I'll bag this. Don't worry about it." All right, here we go.
Greenwood's surprisingly top goal scorer in fucking
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut.
He's gonna give himself La Liga and he's gonna take Rodrigo. He's gonna say Endrick, but like when he doesn't start, it'll be Rodrigo.
Nah, I might take somebody on Barca instead. Or I'll be a dick and take Hugo Doro and just hope for the best.
I actually don't hate that.
Nah, dude, I don't want to take Rodrigo. That seems like a cop out at this point. Plus, we're playing literally the last place team. That has Ceballos game written all over it, by the way. I kind of want to go with Rafinha.
I mean,
Why not, dude? Scored
yeah,
what,
why
like 10
not?
straight fucking games?
Ride it until it fucking crashes.
So, all right. Thank you, Wheel. You always do a good job, Wheel. All right, let's give out these standings real quick. I went 9-6 last week. Light. Didn't even know I did that well. Mostly because I was really upset with a couple people ruining my parlays. This week I'm going Madrid money line of both teams to score plus 135 versus Valladolid. Girona Vallecano, both teams to score minus 130. Barca Valencia, both teams to score minus 110. Newcastle team total over 2.5 plus 115. I think Newcastle is going to absolutely shit pump Southampton. I don't give a fuck where the game's at. Arsenal money line and over 1.5 at Wolves is minus 140. I also took Wolves Arsenal, both teams to score straight up at minus 125. Chelsea double chance at City minus 115. Cole Palmer to score assist. Brentford double chance at Palace minus 140. Man U draw no bet at Fulham plus 115. Nottingham Forest double chance at Bournemouth minus 140. Atalanta Como, both teams to score no draw plus 145. Fiorentina double chance at Lazio minus 140. Let's see what happens, Nick.
Disrespect.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Well, Fiorentina, do they have midweek football?
Yes. They play in the super fake Europa League.
Yeah, but are they not traveling either, or are they traveling?
Oh, let's see. They're probably going to like fucking Uzbekistan or
I was
some
going to
shit.
say that might actually alter things for me, but probably.
No, does the Conference League not play tomorrow? Maybe they don't.
See any Conference League games? That's why.
Okay, you got it.
All right, bet. Napoli money line versus Juventus plus 115, and then I picked a red card to happen in Nice Marseille, just because I feel like it happens every single time they play.
I like that.
Oh, and then my parlay is Newcastle money line, Nottingham Forest double chance, and Cole Palmer shot on target.
Nice. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I fucking crushed it last week. I was short on picks. I didn't have 15. I only had 13. I went 9-4, which is pretty fucking good. So this week I am going to take Nottingham Forest on the double chance at minus 134 over on Bet Rivers. I am going to take Crystal Palace at home on the money line versus Brentford plus 105. I know Brentford's gotten a couple of nice results. I know they played Liverpool super tough and Darwin Nunez fucked it at the end, but Brentford blows away. So I love Palace on the money line there at a plus number. Atleti Villarreal, both teams to score and over 2.5 at a plus number. Absolutely love that. Rayo Vallecano versus Girona. Give me Rayo at home on the draw no bet at minus 108. Girona, what sucks for me is Gil scored that goal today and it got taken back for VAR, and that was his only shot, and only shot on target before he got subbed off. So that pissed me off a little bit. I just think Girona's struggling a lot, especially with a trip back from Italy to take on a Rayo team who's been pretty solid, especially at home. Sociedad versus Getafe. Give me Getafe on the double chance, because here's the deal. This game's gonna stay under. Sociedad can't score any fucking goals. If Getafe scores 1, there's no way this game is anything other than a Getafe win or a draw, because Sociedad's not scoring 2. So give me Getafe on the double chance here. This also screams 0-0 draw. Alaves versus Celta. Give me the over 2.5 at plus 132. Alaves, again, I know that Batiste took a red card, but Alaves has been getting buckets, especially after the winter break. I also really like both teams to score in this at minus 110. So you can either pair them together or you can play them separately, but I like both over 2.5 and both teams to score. So I'm going to put both of those on this sheet. Como versus Atalanta. I already told you guys, I think Atalanta money line is an absolute slam dunk here. So give me Atalanta on the money line -115. Venezia playing Hellas Verona. Give me Venezia at home +120.
Anybody against Hellas, you got my blessing.
Yep. And look, Venezia, I know they haven't been getting a ton of results. They're a good team. Like, I forget how to say the dude's name, but their striker has been on
Paulo Jalulu, Valualu.
Yeah,
that dude's nice.
He's been on one, and I love my boy. Shout out the American Gianluca Busio holding it down in the midfield. He's been having a very, very nice season. If Venezia gets relegated, I don't expect him to stay with the club. I think somebody will make a move to go out and get him so that he can play first league football. Again, RB Leipzig versus Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen money line at -110 is an absolute slam dunk, and I think closer to kickoff, when people see lineups, that'll be about -145, -150. So move on your Leverkusen money lines early. Again, RB Leipzig, despite their record, I do not trust them at home or away. Over in the French league, we got to get after it a little bit. Monaco is hosting Rennes. Monaco at home is only -140. I think that's a bit of a slam dunk. Le Havre, however the fuck you say it in French, is hosting Brest on the road. Brest is a wagon in France domestically, and they also got a huge win in Champions League. They were at home in Champions League too, so very light travel for them to go to Le Havre. I will take Brest on the money line at +135.
I think we got the wrong squad there, dude. They got smacked around by Shakhtar.
Oh, they did lose to Shakhtar. That is correct. My bad.
And not at home.
Yeah, Shakhtar's not playing in
they were in
Shakhtar,
Germany,
obviously, because like there's an active war going on there. Like in Shakhtar, like in the town of Shakhtar. So I'm not sure where they've been playing their home.
I think it's Germany.
Off top. In Germany?
Pretty sure.
I think so. I think you're right, too. Nice Marseille. I know Leg said a red card. Any game Marseille's playing, I'm always with it for a red card, but I really do like both teams to score over 2.5 there. Again, that's a plus number over on Caesars. So that's 13. Go ahead and give me Chelsea on the double chance and Cole Palmer to score a goal.
Cool.
Let's do what I'm going to call the dogs barking parlay. We'll take Nottingham Forest on a double chance. We'll take Chelsea on a double chance, and we will take Getafe on a double chance. Give me the dogs barking parlay.
Yeah, that's where you lost me.
Shout out my boy Caden Clark with the goal for USA right now.
Facts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I fucking love Caden Clark. That guy is fucking nasty. Also, he's playing with Chicharito for Chavez. He's been nasty since he was fucking 16 on San Jose. Dude's built like a middle linebacker and just fucking tosses people out the club.
Shout out my boy Zach Steffen for having over 90% pass accuracy, because there's another goalkeeper that plays for USA that could never do that in his fucking life. Just saying.
Just saying.
That's all I got for you guys. Nick, what's your best pick of the weekend? Spoil your show for us tomorrow.
Yeah, no, Atalanta over 1.5 is mine for sure against Como.
All right, thank you for joining us, Nick. Make sure you guys tune in to Nick's show. It's gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna work on permanently making him move his entire show.
It's possible.
For our show instead.
Do we then call it 3-foot talk? How does that work?
No, you just have to be a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Yeah. We just notice we never stand up on this show.
Hey, brother. I'm right there with you.
But thank you for joining us once again, Nick. Make sure you guys check out Nick and his boys tomorrow night for their live show. A lot of the same stuff that we're doing, a little bit different breakdown. Obviously, different minds, looking at different numbers. Always good to get more information. Nick can then provide that almost as entertaining as we do.
Try our best.
Make sure you follow us at 2FootTalk. That's at TWO FootTalk. All the live streams, everything, all the picks, everything that is public is going to be pushed through 2FootTalk. We will push Nick's link out tomorrow as well on 2FootTalk to make it a little bit easier for you guys. All the links are down in the description below. You can follow Oaks at BurrOaks77, Nick at Nick Diani, and myself at A Young Leg.
John's just took the lead for the first time since like the 5th minute of the first half, but
awesome.
But the plus 7.5 cover is still looking nice. 3:30 left to play. It's 60-61.
Okay.
So you're telling me good thing I didn't bet the money line now.
I mean, I have $5 on Xavier money line. I'm not sweating it. There's still 3:30 left to play. They've been the better team.
Would be nice if they didn't blow a 10-point lead, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Johnson's always going to find a way to dig out a little bit.
I'm in hibernation for like another 4 weeks on college basketball once my first pick of the season is hit. So I don't even care. Oaks, what else you got for us? Anything else?
Join the Discord, subscribe on YouTube, watch college basketball with me. I don't know, fuck around, find out. I'll be on Twitter, talking hella shit. Yeah, so let's win some bets.
Fuck what you heard.
It's what you're hearing.
With 2FootTalk and Nick.